doing good. Doing good.
And two, I think at least on the depth chart, it's got you as backup long snapper. How did that come about?
Yeah, I'm third string right now. They're going to try to get me maybe a few this year, just to show NFL teams that I can do it. But I told them I could long snap. They let me try a couple times. I feel like I could try and be number 1 or 2, but I got a lot more stuff on the football field with long snapping included. So they tried me out, and I did pretty good. So that's what they had me as.
Ben Brenner.
Hey, Nick, just what are kind of the feelings and emotions like as you sort of round toward another opener, especially with kind of how this offseason has been?
It's exciting. It's exciting. You go extra 2 weeks from when we would have started last year or when we started this year, really. But, it's exciting. I've been waiting for it. It's been a long 8 months, 9 months since I've been on the field. It was a long 6-7 months before I practiced. So I'm just ready to get back out there and show what I got.
Mike Kuba.
What should we expect from this offense, especially coming from that tight end position?
Explosive plays. We got a bunch of guys in the room that, work ethic is key. We're all grinding 100% all day. We got people like Mullins who runs over 20 miles an hour just about every single day. So that's very amazing in itself. We have people like Will and Keyshawn Toney grinding, Trey Kenyon. And then we have some young athletes. Eric Shaw is showing what he can do. He's got a lot of explosive power in him. So if you see him on the field, don't be surprised because he can handle it. But for the most part, I just think you're going to see a lot of explosive plays, a lot of run game, a lot of 2 tight end sets, maybe some 3. I took out the 4 from last time because we haven't really been back to it. But hopefully we'll get back to there eventually. So.
How important is that tight end position in this offensive scheme that Bobo is trying to introduce?
I think it's very important. There's a lot of third downs where we're the key factor. There's a lot of first downs where we are the key block. I think a lot of things evolve around us, so we'll see how it goes on Saturday. But for right now, I think we're a primary objective on the offensive side.
Colin Taylor.
Yeah, Nick, kind of sticking with that, you've been in this offense now for what feels like forever probably in practice. I guess what are some things that you think are the strength of this offense now that you've been in it? What do you feel like you guys are going to be really good at this year?
Moving the ball down the field, also explosive plays. Colin Hill, like I said last time, has an NFL arm, so there's not many throws he can't make that I have. There's a lot of throws he can make that I've seen, so that's a good sign. And then Ryan Lindsey's going to be ready just in case something happens. You saw what he could do last year. Played a little hurt, but for the most part, he got his job done. Our O-line's looking a lot better this year. More experience, more knowledge to the game. We're starting to rotate some people at tackle, so they're looking pretty good. But all in all, the wide receivers, if they can do their job every time, we're going to win a lot of football games. We have a lot relying on them. We got people like Shy having a lot relying on him, so he's going to be a playmaker this year, and there's going to be a couple guys that follow him. And when that happens, you'll see the Gamecocks rolling this year. So,
Pete Acabelli.
Nick, what specifically have you seen out of Colin that gives you confidence he can be the leader that you guys need?
He's a quiet guy, but every day he comes, he works, and he gets his job done. Coach yells at him, yes sir, learns and moves on. He's one of those that doesn't hold his head down and doesn't think about the last play too much because he's worried about the next play. I feel like he can control this offense, and if you can control an offense like this, then you got a good shot of winning some ball games.
Hale.
What do you remember about last year and your process of having to get ready for the season and how frustrating that was for you? And have you kind of shared some of your experiences from that with Jalen Brooks, who's sort of in a similar situation?
He's my roommate, so he lives 2.5 feet from me. So it's a good deal because I've talked to him a couple times. I think mine got denied twice. I don't know if his got denied or not, but I've talked to him about it, and I said just keep being ready because the worst that can happen is he is available to play and he's not ready. So if he can stay ready the whole time, we lowered him some reps just like they lowered me reps last year because obviously we don't know if he's playing Saturday, but he's got some talent. So if he can play, he's going to definitely help us. He'll probably be out there starting, in my opinion. And if he can't play, then we're going to play without him. But I'm just going to tell him to keep his head up because he's got a couple more years here anyways. So
I don't remember hearing before about yours being denied twice. How did that process sort of play out, and when did all?
I don't know if I should have said that. That's my bad. But it was more of like I would turn it in, and it was like we don't know if this is going to work. So I'd turn in another one, don't know if this is going to work, and it just kept piling it up until I had like the full story of why I left and why I came here, and the background of it. So then they finally, when I turned it in, then they accepted it. But it was more denied like after I wrote it. It was more like, let's figure some other things out with it because I don't know if this is enough. So.
Oh, like before y'all sent it in.
Yeah. It was more denied through before it was denied by NCAA.
Yes.
Eric Boynton.
Yeah, Nick, just with outside of Shy, not a lot of career production on a lot of young guys on that receiving core. How high is your excitement level that you might be able to really put up some big numbers catching the ball from the tight end position this year?
I think it's good for me individually, especially if I want to play at the next level, but it's great for us as a team because if you can rely on a tight end in the middle, that'll open up a lot for the guys who have not had as much career success because of whether injuries or haven't played as much yet. But we got 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends, 4 tight ends that can do it. So it's just a big rotation. It'll be hopefully a big number for me and a couple other tight ends. So if we can open that up, that'll definitely open wide receivers up. That'll open up the run game. Because when you have 2 or 3 worried about us, then there's somebody not getting worried about as much, and then we'll take advantage of that.
Have you guys in the tight end room kind of talked amongst yourselves about having maybe a pretty good anticipation of being a big part of the passing game aside from the blocking responsibilities?
I mean, a little bit. We don't really try and go just talk about tight ends. We try to talk about it as a scheme. But I know we're going to have big numbers. We have the chance to be the best SEC tight end group. Maybe not have the best player or two, but we're going to have the best SEC tight end group in the SEC. So.
Ben.
You mentioned Kevion Mullins kind of earlier on. What kind of progress and transformation have you seen from him, being a wide receiver through the end of last year, and then kind of how far he's come and just sort of where is his game at this point?
He came a long way, especially from blocking, because when you're a wide receiver, you got a couple bubbles a game, and that's basically your own blocking. Other than that, you're just trying to get open. So when you come to basically the big leagues of the line, you got a lot to worry about. Like, we're going to have to play people like the Tennessee guy, number 97. He's 6'7", 305. You don't see many cornerbacks that are 6'7", 305. So it's a big word. Like he's huge. So you just got to get ready for that. You got to get ready for people like 95, 13, just the fast edge. It's just a different game. It's a different speed. You got wide receiver speed, which is route running speed, and then you got tight end O-line speed, which is this guy's coming after me. I got to block him. So it's good for him that he has to learn that, but I believe he can do it. So.
Last question goes to Colin Taylor.
And then Coach Bobo kind of talked about Colin needing to kind of build some chemistry with his team this summer after not being out there in the spring, rehabbing his ACL. I guess, what was that relationship with you guys like? Obviously, he comes in while you're rehabbing your ACL too, and kind of how have you seen him build that chemistry with you guys and the receivers over the last few months?
We were both in not doing much spring ball at all. We couldn't even watch it because we were doing rehab, but just learning who he is, how he rolls, going to eat with him, stuff like that, hanging around him, playing cards with him. It's just once you learn the man, then you'll know like what he thinks about, what he knows about, especially in a football standpoint. Especially when he came in knowing everything about this offense, and then when the offense was brought to me, I knew nothing about it. So hanging around him, learning it like he learned it, makes it easier, especially knowing it as a quarterback knows it. But it's just good chemistry. If you get along with the guy, which it's hard not to, and if you like the guy, which is also hard not to, then you're just going to have a good impact with each other. So.
All right. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Wear your mask.